Hi guys, I'm just going on a little early since I'm so ready to do this. um so um tonight is going to be a very exciting night because I really have a lot of information that I want to share with you guys. um We're going to be talking about autoimmune diseases because people have been asking me about that. And um yeah, I'm just going to share my two bits about that because I don't really know everything and I really don't want to seem arrogant, sound arrogant, when I say certain things. So I kind of like want to clarify what my intentions are, what I mean when I say certain things. So I'm going to be talking about autoimmune diseases. I'm going to be talking about Ascension symptoms as usual because I think it's very important to let people understand what they are going through because it's not an easy road. This awakening and waking up, Ascension symptoms and all of that. So I think I really want to help people, especially in terms of when it comes on to babies. And then we're going to be talking about the 11 portal that we just passed through. And yeah, so I'm gonna start off by doing a meditation. I'm actually not gonna wait on anybody, people. I'm gonna do this every week, and I'm serious about starting on time. So when it's 9 o'clock, we are going to do a meditation like in 3 minutes. And the benefits of this meditation is that it really promotes nourishment, and it boosts your immune system, so it promotes your body's defense mechanism. It supports like your emotional health, your physical health, your mental health, and also your spiritual constitution. Because what a lot of people don't understand is that um in order to have a good spiritual life, you have to take care of your body. Okay, so this meditation also revitalizes, renews, and rejuvenates. I know I said I was going to do a grounded meditation, but my spirit is telling me to do energizing one because I think a lot of people have been feeling very lethargic, very, like they don't have any energy. The energy waves is very draining. And then it also balances energy. So if you are overloaded with energy, it kind of like neutralizes that. Or if you're deficient in energy, it boosts your energy, okay? And then it also clears your thinking so that you are better able to focus. And it also opens your psychic and your intuition, your intuitive abilities. And it also prepares the body for absorbing the higher spiritual frequencies that are flooding to the earth. Okay, so you hear me talk about ascension symptoms all the time. So doing meditations like these will help somewhat to basically assist in having how you handle the meditation symptoms. And this meditation, it improves your health, it strengthens your immune system. As I said before, it's very helpful in helping you to deal with stress, with trauma, with depletion. It clears like stagnant beliefs, stagnant energy, and basically creates a very positive, uplifting vibrations, and it really does help to prepare you, especially those of you who are wanting to get into spiritual work. So um, that's what we're going to be talking about coming up after the meditation. Is a lot of people are going to start having premonitions. You're going to start having prophetic dreams. You're going to just know stuff. You know what I mean? The telepathy between you and your friends are going to be lit. You and your family members. It's like, you don't, that's where New Earth is. That's where we're heading to. It's just like we're heading to a species of telepathy. Like, you just know what somebody else is thinking. It's like right now the veil is so thin, so it really doesn't make sense for you to pretend and for you to, you know, be somebody who you're not, because energies are just like so wide open right now. Okay. So those are the benefits. Hello guys. Hi guys. Wave, wave, wave. So those are the benefits of the meditation that we're going to be doing, and I'm gonna kick start it right at 9 o'clock, and it's 9 o'clock right now. So we're going to be doing this every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I'm going to be teaching you guys grounding exercises, meditations. We're going to be talking about whatever, you know, whatever mystical topic my spirits guide me to talk about. And it's just kind of like my way of sharing, okay? So how we're going to do this meditation, it's called the Circle of Life meditation. And what we're going to do, so this is where your crown chakra is, right? And then, you know, down in the root chakra, like right where your bladder is, you know that when you withhold your urine, like ladies, you know, that Kegel exercise, right? So we're going to be trying to hold that Kegel exercise, that action while we do the meditation. So how it's going to work is that you're going to just start off. We're going to start off by breathing and centering ourselves. And then when we breathe and center ourselves, we're going to just imagine that there's a golden ball that is, or just like a ball of light that is right there down in that sense, that area where your you know, your pubic area, and you're just slightly below your navel. So we're going to concentrate on that ball, and then we're going to inhale and imagine that the light is going under us, underneath us, and going up into our spine and coming up. And then when it's coming back down, you're going to exhale and just imagine that it's going down in this line. So one line is going up your spine, and then you inhale and you exhale, sorry. So inhale, going up your spine. So you inhale and pull the light up your spine, and then you exhale and let it down through this line right here. And this is just like the horror line, they call it. And that just does a lot of clearing. And we're going to do that a couple of times. We're going to also visualize different colors. So we're going to do it with golden light at first, and then pure white light. And then we're going to just go into the different colors of the chakras. So I'm going to close my eyes while I'm doing this meditation. And I should also just like, I'm going to kill one of my lights just to kind of like set a mood, set a tone. And just breathe. And now you're going to visualize your ball of light. Just visualize it filling up your belly button until you're just full and happy, just full of light. And you're glowing. And just with every inhalation, just fill it up, fill it up, fill it up with more and more and more light. Just visualize that ball just glowing. You might feel tingling in the area. It's okay. Just try to center yourself and see what emotions you feel. These exercises are very cleansing. You know, traumatic situations might come up, things from the past might come up. Everything is just coming up for you to clear it. And then I just want you to inhale and pull that light up your spine. And then you're going to exhale and visualize the light going down the center line of your body. Through your nose, your tongue, your mouth, your throat, your chest area. Just see it moving right through. And then it goes under. And then on the inhalation, you're gonna visualize that you're pulling up the lights again. Up through your spine. All the way to your neck back, the back of your head, all the way up and over. And on the exhale, just visualize it going down again. Then we're going to visualize that this color of the light is red. So you're just sending that red light up your spine, and over, and on the exhale, just see that red light going down the center in the front. And then we're going to visualize an orange light. Just visualize the orange light going up your spine and over your head and down the center. And then we're going to visualize a yellow light up your spine, the back of your neck, back of your head, over. And on the exhalation, just visualize the lights going down the center. Your glowing yellow light. And then we're going to visualize a green light up your spine, passing through those shoulder blades, relaxing all those muscles, up your neck, up the back of your head, over. And on the exhalation, you just let it out, let it down the center, passing through your forehead, your nose, your mouth, your throat, your chest, and down your belly. And then we're going to visualize a turquoise light. And just visualize that turquoise light up your spine, up, 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 past your shoulder blades, back of your neck, the back of your head, up and over. And on the exhalation, just visualize your turquoise light making that path in the center, down your forehead, down between your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your throat, down through your chest and your belly. And then we're going to visualize an indigo light. So pull up on your inhalation. Pull up, pull up, pull up that indigo. Indigo is like a darkish blue, really, really dark blue. And you're pulling the indigo up your spine, through your shoulder blades, up the back of your neck, the back of your head, over, and on the inhalation, just let that indigo light down the center of your forehead, between your eyes, down through your nose, the center of your mouth, down past your throat, down in the middle of your chest, and down into your belly. And then we're going to visualize a purple light or a violet light. And just visualize this light. You're pulling up this royal, magnificent purple light up your spine, through your shoulder blades, ooh, the back of your neck, the back of your head, up and over, the front of your face, the middle of your eye. See your purple light glowing and just clearing that center line, that line of life, as we create the circle of life. And then to finish off, we can just see the light in blue again, just like a royal blue, to kind of like seal the energy work and to protect it. Deep breath in and release. So, yay, I don't know about you guys, but I'm just like, wow. I feel so nice. That was really good. I really do hope you guys enjoyed that meditation. Wow, I'm like so high right now. So, we're just gonna go right ahead in the discussion, because I know IG Live has a way where it just finishes off your recording without you even knowing when it's gonna do that. So I'm gonna be talking about autoimmune diseases, as some people have asked me to. And one of the reasons why doctors will tell you that they do not have a cure for autoimmune diseases is that doctors do not study nutrition, okay? They do not study how food affects or helps the body. So of course, they don't have anything to fix the condition. So they're going to tell you that autoimmune diseases are they are not able to be healed. Now, autoimmune diseases are basically, what happens is that the body basically turns on itself and starts feeding on itself, or, you know, there are certain blockages, so certain functions, certain bodily functions you can't really get to do. It affects different people in different ways. Lupus, ASL, you have different forms. You have this arthritis, I don't remember what they call it, but basically what happens, okay, so ever since we were babies, we are basically being fed things that can't really be absorbed in the body. a lot of us get formulas, and those formulas are in a can, in tin. So a lot of these situations are because of heavy metals in the body. So when we eat a lot of canned food, tin foods, you're using a lot of aluminum, like foil paper. These things will be deposited into the body. Using, I really want to cut that out, using like stainless steel. And sometimes it's not really like that bad, but I know for a fact that eating your food from tin food, I cut tin food out of my diet, because when in my studies I learned how to study ways in which the body is being poisoned, and I realized my body was being poisoned. I was just like, what am I eating? And then I realized it was Auntie Pam who said to me one day, it was just like, are you still eating tin food? And I was just like, yeah. And she was like, I can't believe it, like, you should know better. And then I really did my research, and it's very poisonous to the system. So that's just like, accumulation from that. And then we have accumulation from vaccines that most of us get from we are babies. Okay, so the things in vaccines, your body can't process those things. You have things like rat poison in vaccines. You have things like mercury, which is the base, which mercury is like quicksilver. Well, it's not like, it is quicksilver. So the body can't really absorb things like that. And what those things do is that they go directly to the immune system, or to the child's sensitive areas when you're a baby. And that is one of the main reasons why, we have so many immune system problems going on. And really and truly, based on my knowledge, a lot of the things that we get vaccinated for, if you just ride out the process, you will gain immunity for life. So say, for example, if you catch measles, if you catch mumps or those kind of things, after you get better from the sickness, which is not life-threatening, most of these sicknesses aren't life-threatening, after you get over them, you're immune for life, basically. You know what I mean? So, and then when you get vaccinated as a baby for these things, it's not guaranteed that you're immune for life. You're, and research has been done where a lot of vaccinated babies, they get the diseases anyways. So when from baby stage, we're going to be getting all these heavy metals in our body, in our bloodstream. Those are deposits also. So we were taught to take vitamins as well, right? So vitamins that you get off the shelf, your body can't really absorb them because they are usually in a petroleum base. So the vitamins that you can absorb come from your live food, and they come from herbs. They come from tinctures, herbal tinctures. You can't get vitamins off the shelf like that, because that's like made in a lab, because they're going to extract whatever vitamin from the source and then put it in a petroleum base. Your body cannot absorb petroleum. Okay, so when you take these things in your body doesn't really know what to do with them. In some cases, they're like, oh, I recognize vitamin A, but not in that form. So let me just put it over here in this joint, or put it over here in this muscle, until I can figure out what to do with it. Also, so vitamins off the shelf, I wouldn't recommend anybody to take them, because your body can't assimilate them. That's just how it is. Especially calcium. Calcium really stays and basically creates like crust, like a residue in your veins. Okay. And also, Spirit just said to me, like, pipe water, like, you see how the chlorine clouds up, like whatever kettle you have and stuff. That's what also pipe water does to your system. I don't drink pipe water, and I don't cook with it. And not just even pipe water, but there is some kind of water on the market that's also heavy metal water. So you want to be careful. I mean, I know you can't do everything 100%. I know I don't. It's like getting at the Babylon system where you can't get out. But as much as you can, I'm here to just give you information. Distilled water is the best water to use. Okay? So back to how the system gets, and then so also a lot of us have issues with our digestive system because our from we were a child, based on our eating habits, also antibiotics, painkillers, drugs like that damage your stomach. Okay, so what happens to a lot of people is that holes get formed into their stomach, and because of that, undigested food goes through the stomach, and when it goes into the body doesn't recognize it either. It recognizes it as a foreign object, but again, it's like, oh, it's food. I kind of recognize it, but not in this form. Also, because a lot of people don't chew their foods properly. Now, please note that most of your digestion takes place in your mouth. So you need to be chewing your juices, chewing your food properly. Actually, you need to be drinking your juices and drinking your food and chewing your juices. So like, for example, when you're drinking your juice, don't just gulp your juice. Kind of like, hold it in your mouth a little so that it can be absorbed better. And then it's the same thing with your food. You want to chew your food. People are always laughing at me because I eat so slowly, right? So you really want to be chewing your food and chewing it in such a way that it gets liquidated before you swallow, okay? And do not hurry and eat. It's one of the worst things that you can do to your system. So based on these practices, right? So when you hurry up and eat and the food don't get digested properly and it goes to the stomach, it's just gonna go through. And the body is going to be like, I don't recognize it in this form. Like, protein is supposed to be broken down to, amino acids and stuff. I don't recognize it like this. So what it's going to do is it's going to store these things in different parts of the body, usually the weakest areas. Okay? So this is how you have autoimmune diseases that come about. And basically what you really need to do is flush your system from these things. So, I mean, if you're having a life-threatening disease like that, you really want to go on a fast immediately. And, the other day I was just like, I don't even understand why you want to, it doesn't take a lot of money to go on a fast. It doesn't take a lot of money to go down to Coronation Market and get the foods. Any ailment, any illness, it doesn't matter what fancy name the doctors want to call them, cancer, diabetes, AIDS, it doesn't matter. No disease can function or operate or live in a body that is alkaline, a body that is well nourished and does not have garbage in it. Okay? It's just that when it reaches the stage now, and this is how herbs and that get a lot of bad name, or natural medicine, because at this stage, when it's like life-threatening, like lupus or cancer or ASL or one of them, it has to be around-the-clock treatments. So it's more than just administering cleanses and administering nutrition for the person. It's reflexology. You have to be massaging the ears, massaging the feet. It's reflexology. It's doing hot and cold showers. It's making sure the person gets adequate sunlight. Make sure that they ground with prana, ground energy, spend time in nature. So people have to be disciplined when it comes to, I see people they have cancer and they're eating cake. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? You can't be, these are the foods that basically made you have the disease in the first place. So you really need to cleanse. Once you cleanse and nourish, I do not believe in that there's any disease that's incurable. So many people have cured cancer. So many people have cured diabetes. Diabetes can be cured in 7 days. Like, that's like a known fact now. Like, stop being brainwashed by these people. I'm telling you, go and do your own research. You don't even have to listen to me because I don't really know I'm not here to profess that I know everything, because another thing why I don't just run and take on cases is that sometimes things are karmic. You don't know what somebody did, and then this is what they're going through. Like, for example, if you're not living in your truth, and that doesn't mean like you're doing anything wrong. But say for example you're getting a calling, you're getting a vibes to do something, to be somebody else, to maybe like leave your job, leave a relationship that's not serving you, and you're there and you're unhappy, you could manifest diseases or sicknesses in yourself because of that contention within yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not just physical. These things are not just physical. And I also do energy healing. So maybe that's one of the reasons why I have so many good results with my clients. Because I also do energy healing to speed things up, because you're not a physical body. You're energy. You know what I'm saying? And even the meditation that we did tonight, these things, that is why these meditation and things like these boost your immune system. So you really just have to boost your immune system in a natural way. So for example, people, that have autoimmune diseases, the doctors are going to probably give you things to quell down your immune system, which is going to open you up to infections. When you really need to get maybe like a herbal formula that helps you to balance out, your immune system, so that it's not attacking yourself, but at the same time it's not leaving you open to infections. Okay, so I mean, as I was saying before, with every kind of like disease that's or ailment that's life and death, you really have to get very radical in sorting it out. It takes more than just me saying these things. There's certain juices that you can implement. Something as simple as squeezing lemon in your water is very cleansing. So the person really has to cleanse. Every ailment cleanse and nourish once you cleanse, because I tell people all the time, I don't heal people. Your body has the mechanism to heal itself. So I just provide information. If you cleanse and you give your body the proper nutrients that it needs, it will do what it's supposed to do. It will heal itself. The body is very intelligent. You understand what I'm saying? And things can be reversed. You can reverse your DNA, retardation or whatever it's called. All of these things are caused by food. And certain other practices that we do, but mostly because of our food. When you think about it, we've been just basically being fed dead food from we were babies. Okay? And let's just leeway into babies right now and the Ascension symptoms, because so I've been talking about the Ascension symptoms on my my Instagram pages, and you can go and Google what Ascension symptoms are, but a lot of it is just like flu-like symptoms, headaches, blurry eyes, can't sleep, or sometimes you're very fatigued, you're wiped out, maybe like nervousness in your chest areas, your heart chakra expands. So yeah, those are just some of the symptoms. Ringing in your ears, feeling pressure in your ears. So if we are feeling those symptoms, can you imagine the babies? The babies right now they are extremely sensitive to the energy waves that are coming in. They're a lot more sensitive than even us. So you really need to be careful in understanding why your child is miserable, why they're fussing, why they acting crazy, okay, for no apparent reason. And this is, one of the reasons is because, of course, as I always say in my disclaimer, check it out with a doctor, make sure nothing is wrong with your child. But really and truly, you're going to be having them having Ascension symptoms as well. And so you're going to have to be very patient with them, really try to provide a lot of comfort for them, shower them with a lot of love, patience. And some of them will be showing like flu-like symptoms, because I've had to help a few mommies with, Mommies are so quick to rush their babies to doctors and to the hospital, which I can understand. You know, it's just like it's you're a mother, you don't really know, you're kind of like panicking. So let me share some things with you. Give your baby fresh. If you're not just feeding breast milk alone, trust me, it would be better to give your babies fresh juices. You could give it to them unsweetened because their taste buds haven't really developed yet to really like notice the taste too tough. So give your baby freshly squeezed orange juices, carrot juices. Do not listen to people when they say, oh, but the juices aren't pasteurized and all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's how the baby's immune system is going to develop anyways. You understand what I mean? Some people are like, then should I give them fresh juices? And you give your baby formulas that's been on the shelf for years, dead food. So, and you're afraid to give your baby live foods. That doesn't make any sense. It's the programming. We need to get past that. Okay? So make sure that you're giving your babies fresh juices because that's one of the ways that you're going to build up their immune system. Ideally, babies should be breastfed only from birth till 18 months. 2 years is also good. But sufficing that, you really should trust me. I've had mothers that I've helped, and when they give the babies juices, the babies don't get hungry as often as when they give them the formula, because the formula is empty. Like, there's nothing in it, really. You know what I mean? In most of them. So give your baby fresh juices, crush papaya, crush banana, get creative and figure out creative ways to get your babies live food, okay? So it starts from there. So boost their immune system like that. And I just want to say that antibiotics don't really do anything for your babies except compromise the child's immune system, okay? And right now the medical industry is having a huge problem because what is happening is, because of the overuse of antibiotics, they have, created monster bacterias, okay? And a lot of infections are also viral, and if you take antibiotics for a viral infection, then it doesn't really do anything. A lot of the, flus, colds, things like that you get are really viral infections that doctors can't really do anything about. Yeah, they can't, because you just have to write it out. The best thing you can do is to boost your immune system. What a lot of people do is that when they're having the runny nose, when they're having the fever and coughing, they take things to suppress these things, when these are the things that the body uses to defend itself. Okay, so you have white blood cells that are called leukocytes. Okay, so what happens is when there's a infection in the body or a site of infection, the leukocytes leave from where they're made, and they travel to this area in order to kill the infection, whatever bacteria or whatever virus is there, and also to clean up dead tissues so that, blood and stuff can start flowing right there. This process actually makes you have a fever. It raises your body temperature. Now, if you're going to take things to suppress your fever, you're going to suppress the body's natural defense mechanism. Okay, so when you take cold medicines, when you take things that's going to suppress your headache, suppress your runny nose and things like that, you're going to just basically be doing yourself a disfavor. Okay, you really just want to take things to boost your immune system. Garlic is I know a lot of people don't like garlic because of how it smells or whatever. Go brush your teeth. Like, come on now. But garlic is really a good source. I don't eat less than 3 cloves of garlic every day, and I try to get it raw. I cut it up on my salad. I blend it in my juices. For the babies, what you can do is you can just beat it in a piece of like cheesecloth and squeeze the juice out. You could also mix this with some ginger, but you don't really have to. But you could use garlic and onion and ginger. You could just use garlic alone. You could just use onion alone, and you squeeze the juice. and give this to them. Just put it in their mouth, use a dropper, and that will boost their immune system. If you don't want to do it that way, or if they're sleeping all the time, you could just dilute the garlic with some oil and rub it on their foot bottom, and then you could just put some socks. You could rub it on their chest as well. So also you could make garlic oil by putting one part is anything that you want to use, so like a tablespoon. So if you use a tablespoon of garlic, you're gonna use 2 tablespoons of oil. Okay, and try to use some kind of natural oil like coconut oil. Don't use canola or none of them GMO oils, right? So you can make garlic oil, you could make ginger oil by just soaking, so 1 part of garlic to 2 parts of oil, and you let that soak for 2 weeks, and then you could just have that. You know, you have that, you could rub it on your foot bottom, you could rub it on your baby's chest. And that will just naturally boost their immune system. If your baby is seeming like they're coming down with something, I would suggest not to feed them on anything milky, even soy nor almond milk. Try to get them things like hibiscus flowers, red clover blossom, red raspberry tea. You don't have to sweeten the teas. If you do feel like they don't want to take it with, and it's unsweetened, you could try maple syrup, or you could try agave syrup. Do not give honey to children that's under 1, okay? So yeah, and so those are things, and even so, I mean, the things that goes for babies actually also go for us. So whenever whenever I feel like I'm coming down with something, I up my kind. And this is another thing when it comes on to how should I say it now, why herbal medicine or natural medicine gets a bad name. When just regularly, when nothing is going on, I take like a capsule of cayenne pepper or 2 a day. When I feel like I'm coming down with something, I take 1 every 4 hours. Okay, so that's the thing with when you're gonna do natural remedies. You could just take natural remedies on, just drinking your teas, taking your supplements. But if there's a condition, then you're going to need to get radical about it and step up your treatments. Okay, so those are kind of, and then lime as well, lemon in your water. Lemon definitely boosts your immune system. Your fruits, drinking a lot of berries and stuff like that. I'm not going to go into that. You guys could just go Google things that boost your immune system. But I just wanted to, and then also lavender oil is really nice for babies. You could burn it in a diffuser to help to calm them down. Make sure that, they're very comfortable. Don't overdress. And also a humidifier would be nice to have in the room. Make sure that the humidifier is kept clean at all times so it doesn't circulates like anything that's going to irritate the throat or so. So humidifiers are very good as well, to help babies to breathe better, and help to soften the air for them. So, and please try not to overdress the babies. You can actually give babies a fever by overdressing them. And I know it's winter now in certain areas, so be careful of that, please. Judge by your own body temperature. Like, I will go places and see people, they take their coat off, but they still leave the coats on the babies. You don't want to do that. Judge by how you're feeling. So that's the same way that the baby's feeling. So yeah, I actually learned that from school. It was just really like a big surprise to me. You can actually give babies a fever by overdressing them. Okay, dressing them too warmly. Yeah, so I think that's what I really want to cover where the babies are concerned. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? Just really try to make them be, try to make them be comfortable, and diffusers really go a far way, because when you're using aromatherapy, so you could also use eucalyptus oil if they're having problems breathing, and that will also help to clear their sinus their sinuses and also like their breathing passages. You could use eucalyptus oil, you could use peppermint oil, and just put it in the diffuser in the room of the baby. So, and these things will just really help them to boost their immune system and help them to breathe properly and stuff like that. And don't, I mean, the thing about it is, another thing that I've seen with parents is that when these waves are coming in, it's very draining. You know, if the baby don't look plump and chummy, don't be there and be like, you warm to you, play with me now, beg you a little laugh now, come on. Leave the child alone. The child is not in the mood. Jesus. Okay? Have some conscience where that is concerned. You know, think like, I think that's one of the reasons why kids love me, because I try to see them through my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that I wouldn't like, you know, and like even sometimes when my nephews, they stay with me and like they want a certain food, or we go out and they order a certain food and then they don't like it. And initially, like first time I would probably get upset with them, and then I'm like, but if I order something and I don't like it, me not at midnight at all. You know what I mean? So a lot of times we beat up on children for things that, you know, we wouldn't do. Like, you know, that like we wouldn't beat up on ourselves for those things. So just give the children a break, let them rest, let them chill out. You know, when they're feeling better, you will know. They will come back around and start smiling again and start, but let them just, because they are also downloading information. Okay, the spiritual, you guys don't even understand what's going on in the spiritual world, right? It's very deep. We're getting a lot of downloads, we're getting a lot of light codes, we're getting a lot of activations of our DNA all the time, right? Babies under one can't have honey. I'm not really sure exactly why, but they just said it's wise not to give babies under one honey. I really need to do more research in that, but I think it has to do with some kind of allergies thing, like their system is too delicate. I don't know, because honey is a strong antibacterial, it's a strong medicine. You know, a lot of people don't even understand how potent honey is, but it's very potent. That's why I say I'm veganish, because I still like to use my honey. So we're going to move on to, so talking about ascension symptoms, the 11-11-11 portal that we just went through. Now, portals are just like energy spaces, okay? And you know, it's nothing scary. It's nothing like no sci-fi, nothing. Although maybe it is. Who knows? But you know, where it's just where your mind is. Really, it's so what we just with all of this energy that's happening now. Your thoughts are turning into things really fast. And what is happening is that you can no longer deny your truth. So a lot of you are going to start having premonitions. You're going to start having prophetic dreams. You're going to start getting messages for people, you know, dreams for people, dreams about people. So don't be shy. You know, if spirit is using you, make sure that you deliver these messages. Make sure that you pay attention to your own intuition right now. Also, it's just like, so this portal is all about bringing us closer to like the angels, the spirit guides, the ascension masters, all these spiritual beings that are there to help us. And you're just going to find that you have a closer bond or closer affinity to these things. You're more asking like, what's the meaning to life? You more, you know, you're having a lot of spiritual questions and stuff like that. So these are the things that's going to be happening. You're going to be finding more than ever that you can't really stay in a job that's not satisfying you, or a relationship that's not satisfying you, because it's just like you're denying, you can't deny your truth. So since we've been through this portal, it's like everybody's gonna get a kick right now. It's kind of like if you are being guided to make certain changes. Like for me, I've always been shy. I never really wanted to do things like this. You know what I'm saying? but I had to because spirit was just like on me. You know what I'm saying? So if spirit is just like on you to do certain things, to get out of certain situations, to end certain relationships, to do what you need to do, and you haven't been, you see all the signs, you see all the synchronicities, you see all the red flags, and you're denying your own truth. What is going to happen is that, what they say, they have a saying where they say, if you don't listen to the whispers of the universe, you're going to hear the shouts. Okay, so you're going to get dragged along to your destiny or to where you need to be if you don't go, listen to your spirit. So if you don't listen, so this is one of the reasons why a lot of people create by default and don't even realize that a lot of the accidents, a lot of the drama, a lot of the stuff that they've been through, they could have avoided that if they had only listened to spirit and listened to source. And people been calling me and talking about, how should I say it? No, people been talking about, like, relationships. This is like a really big topic with people. And, so many people are in relationships and they're not happy. Right? And I'm like, why are you staying? And they're like, oh, the kids, the monetary situation. We've been together for years. Also, the fear of the unknown is a big one as well. But let me tell you something. If you are in a situation where you're not happy, and you're not fulfilled, you're not feeling satisfied, you are denying yourself. You're denying the universe. You know what I'm saying? You're denying source, the calling. So what is going to happen? You're going to get sick. You're probably going to meet in an accident or something, or some dramatic situation is going to happen to basically open your eyes, make you get awakened. So it is very, very, very important right now for you to be listening to your inner self, for you to be meditating, for you to be grounding the energies. Okay, because you are going to be getting a lot of insights. A lot of people, just the other day, is like this. I had this friend and she was just like, she's been wanting, her spirit's been telling her that she needs to move from one area where she is to another area. And she, of course, I advised her. I was just like, you need to just move. You need to feel the fear, do it anyway, face the fear of the unknown. And she moved, and it's the best thing that has ever happened to her. And even recently, she's been finding out some stuff about, where she was. It's kind of like she was staying in a situation to please people that didn't even appreciate her. Okay? And she found that out the hard way. It was a hard box for her, So this is what I'm saying. Like, situations are going to come up that are going to be like lightning struck towers if you don't want to listen. If you don't want to listen. And if she had just listened and taken herself away from that situation from a long time. And what I'm also learning is that you have to really know how to keep your energies pure. Right? Because if you have friends that are not serving you, I've learned from a long time to cut off friendships that are not mutual. Situations where you have to read red flags. Because recently what has been happening, what I've been noticing is that I had some people who was acting like they had my best interest at heart. They were for me, Team Minka. And really, they were just team themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I saw red flags that I didn't, it's when everything happened and the universe just be like, made something happen and you're just like, shit, all them red flags that I was seeing. You know what I'm saying? I should have known. You have to be careful because you have a lot of people that they're very manipulative. They'll make you feel like listen, they love you. They are for you. They're there to build with you. And, honestly, maybe that's true, but it's more of what is in it for them. Okay? And I know a lot of people too, they don't want to leave certain relationships because of how, the other person's gonna be hurt. And I'm like, well, you rather hurt yourself? And we've been taught that, like, to put other people in front of me, not do that shit. Like, I have so many guys that, and sometimes I wonder if I'm a fool, because they're like, they're so good. They're good guys. They want to take care of you, and they just are good guys. But I don't love them. I don't like them like that. So what I must just settle because I'm getting older. I must just settle because I'm definitely not lonely. I'm just so happy and fulfilled in my life. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So um yeah, so you just really have to decide whose happiness you're there for. And the thing about it is, if you are staying in a relationship where you're not completely satisfied, you're doing the person a disservice. No matter how, if you want to break off with them and they want to kick and scream and bawl and beg you to come back, you're doing them a disservice by staying. You're not, because nobody's growing spiritually. You know what I'm saying? So I can, a lot of times when people ask me, these situations, these questions, I can't tell you what to do. I just know that for me, I'm not settling for anything less than lightning striking, thunder rolling, harp playing, like passionate chemistry, hot stuff. I mean, yeah, like I know what I want. And I'm just like, universe, make it happen for me. I'm not in any rush. I'm not in any stress. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying my life. I'm learning to love me. And so everybody you attract in your life is a reflection of you too. So that's another thing. If you're growing spiritually and you're with somebody who's not growing spiritually, it's not going to work out. There's going to be some kind of disconnect. So if one person is growing more than the other person, then there's going to be some kind of disconnect as well. So everybody's got to be on the same level for the best. I have my tablet turned to, like, let me see. Oh, you guys can start asking me questions. I am going to go into my hot topic right now. So the hot topic for this week is colorism. Hello. So, the whole thing with Spice, and I love Spice, by the way. Yes, like I have her songs on I do dance to dancehall music as a part of my workout routine. Yes, that's why my thighs are so firm and my butt. That's just like one of my workout routine, because trust me, when you a dance and I do what I do, like tell you to do, like to while and go down and then you back it up and then you twerk and then you listen. These babies really gotta work out, okay? And so I love Spice and everything, and she is, brought up this whole attention about colorism in Jamaica. But let me just say, for everybody, and if Spice should see this too, for everybody, all of these people, all of us, what we really should be talking about is the Willie Lynch syndrome. Okay? We need to be talking about Willie Lynch. Because that's so the issue is. Because all of us are in this as slaves. Every single rotted one of we. It no matter how you're red skin, it no matter how you're brown skin, it no matter how you're black. Every single one of us, we go through heartbreak, we go through rejection, people tell us no. I mean, the shit that I've been through. Even just the other day, this girl borrowed my clothes for a fashion show, sit on my clothes for like about a whole month. And when I'm going to say to her, I really don't appreciate that. You guys need to use your conscience and know that, it's business people around. Like, what if I wanted my stuff for another show or a photo shoot or somebody wanted it to buy? You're going to just sit down on my stuff and tell me you don't remember. I asked you 10 times nicely. And at the one time when me I go really like race you up now, even though to me it's not a race up, it's just, listen, you need to bring my clothes like right now. You're going to be talking about, I don't like your tone. And I get blacklisted from a lot of corporate industries because me just decided